Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go here in the Inner Harbor. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jackson. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. A big play there for Baltimore. 38 yards. 27-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Play action now. Jackson. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, Ravens. That touchdown number 19 on the year. The extra point is up and through. And the Ravens are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Got it. Ready? 19 tight. 19 tight. Get it.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Pass taken in by Johnson. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. 18, 5 here. Go.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
At the 45-yard line.
Back to throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 6. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. Mike Green is there on the stop.
Gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and
4. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Come on, come on. Hey, Mustang number 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man complete to Johnson. A pickup of 12 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Andrew Phillips.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
A first down throw for Jackson. He'll get that to Quinshon Judkins. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. So, from the 36, it is first and 10.
That's good for Baltimore. First down.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That'll be caught by the running back, Judkins. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. So, a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard. And it's first and 10.
Shot.
From the gun, Jackson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Jackson up top again. Quick throw, taken in. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's third down coming up.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
That's another.
Now it's Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. And a nice return there. He is taken down up close to the 35-yard line.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
19 Tigers.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. On the run to the right. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Here's second and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
On play action, here's Jackson. He'll tuck it and take off. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's first and goal.
Baltimore, first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run it here, and here's Judkins. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. With that, he draws near the all-time record. He has 29 touchdowns on the season. Now for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Ravens will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Couldn't take the chance. He's going to return it from the goal line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. They'll look to throw. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. A big-time play for Pittsburgh, and even 30 yards. Here's first and 10.
Come on, Buffalo 18. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter. They've got it with a second down and 10. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
They just desperately need to get something positive going here, Mike. It just feels like they're a play away from really jump-starting everything they've talked about being good at throughout the course of the week's prep. And it's really been the inability to sustain drives. So critical third downs, better on first and second. Somewhere it's got popped, and somebody's got to make a play.
Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. Now, faking the give. Short pass. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. The kicking team off for the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens will take themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll motion the slot man right. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Brings up second and 9.
Got a man. Good job coming back for the ball on the completion. That's number 40 on the season for him.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Ready? On the handoff, it's Johnson. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4.
Buffalo 18, 19 Lions.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. Here's Ryan right now. And now, will you look at this? It's a fake. And they will finally bring him down, but what a call there. The fake works, big yardage, and the 1st down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Go!
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Again, working deep downfield. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2.
The 2nd down pass intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Starts with a run by Judkins. The defense puts 2 points on the board with a safety. But, Greg, a lot of credit, not just to the defense, but special teams as well.
Give that assist here, Mike, to the punter. Just a play ago, being able to pin that offense deep inside their own territory leads directly to that 2-point safety.
A gain on the play.
So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 33 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On first down, right back to Johnson. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. But he stopped him for no gain.
At the Ravens' 49-yard line.
They'll go again with Johnson. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back tosses. Now it's third down.
The truth is, Mike, they just aren't getting the push they need up front. This defense has been a motivated group these last couple plays, and now for the second straight time, they failed to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
19 tight, 19 tight. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Warriors, 70. 18 Rattlers, 18 Rattlers. Ready.
Throwing now on third and long. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. And he is going to score a pick six for the touchdown. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick six for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick six.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 2. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
20-yard line.
On the 6. Let's go.
They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. Room to run at the 35. Past the 45. Still going. And he will dive into the end zone. 80 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Steelers are able to edge a bit closer.
Steelers 9.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On first and 10, Jackson gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Steelers think they've got one, and they do.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. Good for a Steeler first down.
Viking 18. Let's go.
Another run here with Johnson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
A give, and here's Johnson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
60 Bison, 60 Bison, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now this is going to be a design run. We'll let him keep it.
And a nice job there defensively on 3rd down, not over-committing to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner. We're able to stop him short of the 1st down.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This about as short as you can get. Bates' kick is good. And the Steelers are back within 2 scores. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Hey, Alpha, what? Ready?
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Downfield, that's Johnston. He's got it. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Real quick, ready? 180.
Jackson now. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
His kick is good. And the Ravens will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35.
Ready up. Here we go. Set.
Going to run this over the center with Johnson. finding room across midfield. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
Okay,
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
On the give, it's Johnson.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Ready.
Back to throw. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
Here's Judkins. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Jackson out to his right. Now a ball thrown deep for Johnston. Big return at the end. He's going to get out of bounds close to midfield.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
Ready. Cowboy 80. Ready, ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete.
I can tell you from experience, Mike, that is going to be on his mind the rest of the week. It's one thing to drop a ball. That's going to happen every now and then. But when you do it and it takes away a touchdown, man, that stings. So we can talk short-term memory all we want. But I can promise you, this guy, he's hoping to get another shot at it.
The run out of the gun with Johnson. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
47-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll throw out of the gun. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
Mike, I don't really even think this is much of a conversation. On the plus side of the 50, I think you've got to keep your offense on the field, stay aggressive, and try to maintain possession. You get field position like this, you want to make sure this drive ends with some sort of points.
They'll go. It's Johnson. And he's going to have the Steelers 1st down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up. They convert, and the drive stays alive.
At the 38-yard line.
Off play action.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll run. Johnson. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Johnson. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stop him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down. They'll try to run. And he's going to have the Steelers 1st down. And he gets more than he needs. 4 yards. The pickup on that 4th and 2.
4 yards. 1st down.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
That's another Steelers first down. A gain of 14.
Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Taken down.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be close to the first down. Broken just a yard short of a line to gain, so that'll bring up 3rd and short yardage.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and
a second effort, and he is in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Now this time, he'll set up to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out.
Steelers 18.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 44-yard line.
On the give, it's Judkins. Good running there. Getting close to midfield. Let's mark him there. And a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line.
25 yards.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here?
Oh, the ball's out. One of the Steelers has it. Past midfield. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he returns this all the way. touchdown, Steelers. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around it. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Play action now. Jackson. Little short pass here. Caught by his tight end. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and the first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
On play action, here's Jackson. Moving outside the pocket. Now he'll run it. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Jackson now on second down. Flush to his right. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the fourth quarter, and that's a gift. And that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different.
Look at him go! And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Baltimore. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the goal line. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On the ground, it's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Pirates. Seven Pirates.
Here's Johnson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. And another first down.
A couple of explosive runs here to start the drive, and now you got to ask yourself, what's the counterpunch? I think as this defense continues to pack themselves in tight, this is a prime opportunity to try to take a big shot downfield.
He's going to air this one out, and he will score! Game on! Touchdown, Pittsburgh! His 4th TD grab of the season. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Alpha, sit on. 180. 13.
From the gun, a give to Judkins. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey. Return it.
Second down. Jackson. Quick throw, taken in. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now, faking the give. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Ravens. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. The extra point is good. And the Ravens will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Steelers 32.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
A run here with Johnson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Go switch.
Now it's Johnson. A gain there of 11. That's a Steeler 1st down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Johnson, and he'll get about 5. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll go again with Johnson. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they can somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down the backfield on 3rd and short.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down.
Let's go now.
He'll try to run for it. The risk pays off to the tune of 16 yards.
I love this call on 4th down, Mike. Put the game in the hands of your quarterback. Don't overthink it. In this case, let him do it himself, and he picks up a big 1st down.
Now this time, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That is fun. What a throw. Mason Tipton. Touchdown, Steelers.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Steelers will cut the deficit to 7. So time here for the onside kick just in front of the 2-minute warning. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. Look at him go! And he's going to take this one in for the score. The onside kick backfires spectacularly as it's returned for a touchdown. Point after try, forthcoming. He gets it to go, and the Ravens tag on one more to their lead.
Ravens 53, Steelers 39.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll go with Johnson. They'll go up now for 2nd down. They'll run with Johnson.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7. Johnson. And they'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
That's good for us, Steelers.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion.
And the Steeler 1st down.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Drew Phillips. And going to be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. Now Jackson. Now a ball thrown deep for Johnston. He's got it! And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish it. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
This going to be returned from right around the goal line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that ball's incomplete over the middle.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down.
Here
Comes a toss, right. Here comes Johnson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. The offense staying out there for this 4th down.
It's 4th down.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.